Assalamu alaikum viewers and welcome back to Prime Live. We are so privileged and so excited to welcome Ebraheem Al Samadi, who stands as a beacon of entrepreneurial brilliance and visionary leadership. Now, as the CEO and founder of Forever Rose London, Forever Rose Café and Rejuve, he has seamlessly bridged the realms of luxury, retail, innovative hospitality, and cutting-edge anti-aging solutions. Now, from his early recognition as one of eBay's 1,000 power sellers at just age 14 to leading his ventures to multi-billion-dollar successes, Ebraheem's journey is a testament to his unwavering dedication, strategic foresight beyond his corporate achievements. Now, Ebraheem is also a reality star on Netflix's Dubai Bling, showcasing his multifaceted persona. We are so excited to have him join us today, also to talk about his unwavering support for Palestine, as well as his visit in South Africa. Assalamu alaikum, Ebraheem. Welcome to INX Prime.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for having me.
I mean, all our viewers, including myself, are a huge fan of the show, so we are so excited to be able to have this conversation with you. But more than that, you are an entrepreneur at heart and you run multiple successful businesses. Can you tell us what inspired you to start delving into entrepreneurship at such an early age? And you've really made waves in Dubai with your various businesses, as well as being the first of many for Dubai as well. Can you tell us more about your entrepreneurial journey and what really led you there?
So a lot of great things in life happened like by mistake. When my parents got separated when I was 14 years old, I had so much clothes, and we left our house that we built from scratch, and I had to move into a studio with my mom and my little sister. I had too much clothes. My mom, she was like, "What are you gonna do with all this?" And I told her I'll get rid of some of it. So I started selling my clothes on eBay, and I remember selling my first pair of jeans. I remember buying it for like $10 or something, and I sold it for 20. And then that's when it all started. I went to my mom, I'm like, "Mom, look, this is so easy to do, you know?" And little by little, started to save money, started to open my first company when I was 17. I went through so many barriers, fought them all. I never took a loan from a bank, never had a business partner. From when I was 14 up until today, I'm the same person. The only thing has changed is that my time became more expensive.
No, I love that. And I love the inspiring journey starting from humble beginnings. I know that a lot of our viewers can take a lot of inspiration from your journey, and that entrepreneurship doesn't have to be something that starts out as something big and difficult. It can absolutely start as something small. Now, something that we all look up to you for is your stance on Palestine and the unwavering support that you have showed towards Palestine, whether that using your various social media platforms and your influence to educate people on the genocide that is happening in Palestine. Can you tell us a bit more about that, as well as about your visit to Palestine and what inspired your awareness and your patriotism for Palestine?
Honestly, the subject of Palestine has always been on top of our topics in our family, but I never knew in detail what it was about until October the 7th. I started to realize that, wait, this is a lot worse than we actually knew. And I feel that the world's been sleeping for 75 years. A lot of people weren't aware of it. And Gen Z now has been speaking about it vigorously on different social media platforms. Normally, I never, ever, ever involve myself in politics. But this is not politics. This is humanity. There's a fine line between governments fighting over random things, and there's a fine line between a genocide. A lot of the times they want to make it seem that it's like an equal war, that Palestine is versus Israel. And when I was in school in America, the students didn't know who's throwing the rocks. So all you see on TV is two people fighting, and it's just like, okay, whatever. But what people don't know, that this is an army fighting innocent civilians. And I said to myself, Ebraheem, if you were going to speak about something, this is what you have to speak about. And I was one of the very few people who spoke about it, especially from my whole, the whole Dubai Bling. I remember one of the Dubai Bling cast called me and was like, Ebraheem, remove the post, what you put about what's happening. And I said, no. I'm an American citizen. I was born free. I have the right to speak my opinion. And I need to have the voice for what's right. And I didn't want to be on the wrong side of history. And I said, you know what? However big my platform is, I look at my platform as being small compared to others. You know, we have some people who have 360 million followers. I only have 800,000 followers. And I said I have to be honest to them, and I have to say my opinion. And I've been vocal about peace. For me, it doesn't matter what religion or whose side or what it is. I'm speaking for the side of humanity. these people are in need of our voices, and I thought that it was the right time to speak up.
No, I couldn't agree more, especially since you've mentioned the idea that this is not about politics. This is pointing at our sense of humanity.
Yeah.
The fact that we cannot let innocent lives go by every single day
Yeah.
without us saying something.
Yeah.
And we really commend, the effort that you have made in order to raise that much needed awareness. Because I think since October 7th, a lot of people have had the opportunity to open their eyes to the truth, because the media has a way of playing one side of the story to change the narrative of what the truth is.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that you use your platform to be able to speak up for the people of Palestine and to create that much needed sense of awareness. Now, we have welcomed you into South Africa, and a lot of South Africans are so excited that you are here. How has your time been in South Africa? What are some of the highlights of your trip to South Africa?
Honestly, a lot of countries around the world have invited me from the government level. South Africa, we've been in discussion with Globe Travel, who bring me to South Africa for about a year. And I really wanted to come, but when I absolutely said I have to come is when I saw the stands of South Africa with Palestine. I said, if that is the country that stood for Palestine and stood for hope, then I definitely want to be here. And the team at Globe has did everything they possibly can to make sure my experience is one of the kind, even including taking me to one of the most amazing safaris I had in my life. Literally checked it off my bucket list. It was honestly a dream come true. And I appreciate all what they've done, and it's because of them now I'm actually considering investing in South Africa. So a very beautiful, kind, welcoming, and generous company bring me into South Africa, and because of that gesture, now it's going bigger to where me actually interested in investing and possibly having another home here, because the weather is beautiful, the people are kind, and I've seen nothing but generosity and kindness from the entire South African community.
I'm so happy to hear that you have been received well by South Africa, and I promise you South Africa is equally excited to welcome you as well. Hopefully a Forever Rose Café will be in the works soon. We absolutely hope so.
It's very, very possible, and I think I'll rush to do it here than any other country because I want to come back.
Oh, I love to hear that.
Yeah.
And I mean, we all enjoyed seeing your content from the Kruger National Park. I mean, it is one of the gems of South Africa, and I'm so glad that you got to enjoy it as well. Now, you are a multiple business owner, and you will be most recognized from your role on Dubai Bling. And a lot of our viewers were actually super excited to welcome you on the show because they are such a big fan of the show as well. What would you say was your most iconic moment in the show? Or what would you say was your most memorable time being on the show?
There's so many different points of the show, and the show just literally became part of our life. At one point when we first started filming, we would pay attention to the camera being there, but after like third or fourth episode, you realize that the camera's not there. This is a part of your life, right? There's so many different parts, and I don't want to give you any spoilers for season 3, but a lot of things happen in season 3 that changed the way I view a lot of people, right? And we all, I feel like the whole Dubai Bling cast is like a family now. Like we all know our boundaries and we know what to cross and what not to cross, Because they say in Islam, when you live with someone for 40 days, you become them. These people live with me now almost 3 years now. So a lot of good moments. However, we don't get to decide what the moments that go viral. That's the community, the audience. And apparently they loved the part is when I flipped on, Farhana and said, LJ, ana khalas. And everyone keeps telling me every time I see them to create these TikToks with them. And even though I'm getting annoyed of it, but I still want to make the fans and the viewers happy. Because seeing people happy, for me, ultimately makes me happy. And the same thing is when I see people sad, I also feel sad. So when I go into Instagram and I see this genocide happening, I feel with the people. And I try my best to forget about it, just to remain positive, but it's really hard sometimes. When you go to sleep and you have these flashbacks and these images of children, especially when you imagine your own family as those kids, So Dubai Bling, there's so many ups and downs, and it will be really hard to choose the best moment.
Thank you for sharing that with us. I think I completely relate to what you're saying. I mean, we're enjoying the luxuries of living our lives, living in warm homes, security, food, shelter, family around us. And it makes it very difficult for us to enjoy that without remembering how lucky we are to be in these positions that we are because of what is being experienced by the people in Palestine. And we thank you for sharing with us about the show as well. It's very beautiful to see the relationships that you do develop on the show, and also inspiring viewers at home that this is what is possible, that you can make your own destiny and you can absolutely be successful in everything you choose. Now, you are also in South Africa to promote amazing causes to support Palestine. Can you please share with our viewers on how they can support?
Well, honestly, when I first came, so when Globe invited me, we didn't speak about any type of meet and greets. You know, it was about me coming to South Africa and to see. But then they start getting like so many messages from different companies and different people that want to meet me and stuff. And then, you know, Globe was like, let's do a meet and greet. And I was like, I don't mind doing a meet and greet as long as all the proceeds go to Palestine. I'm a businessman. I don't need any money from the community. So I said, if we're going to charge something, charge just so we can do like a fundraiser for it to go to the community. And we did a march in Cape Town, which was absolutely amazing because, you know, we get to walk with all the fans and they get to ask me questions, we get to interact. That was amazing. And then the next day, I think we had a meet and greet at a Zumba class. And that was also amazing because not only was everyone active and losing weight and enjoying the class, but we also did it for a good cause as well. And I remember it was so funny. As I was leaving, everyone kept asking me for my t-shirt because it was like Palestinian design, but it was like opposite. Instead of black and white, it's white and black. And everyone's like, we like your shirt, but I'm like, it's my only shirt I have, like with me, you know? And then they're like, let's auction it. So I said, okay. So I literally auctioned the shirt. The auction reached to like almost 5,700, and people were willing to pay 10,000 for the shirt, and it was all supposed to be donated to Palestine. So they put a cap on it. So the shirt got rid of. I had a jacket, so they're like, okay, I can wear my jacket. Then they wanted my shorts. So then I was like, okay, auction shorts, because I had my jeans with me. So we auctioned the shorts. They bought the shorts, and then they came to me, they're like, they want everything, and I'm like, okay, this is where we have to stop. Enough. But it was amazing because just to see that I was able to auction something and to raise funds for Palestine was amazing. And then now in Johannesburg, we have a meet and greet that we just had to open up a new one just now because the one that we have for tomorrow has sold out. So we just did smaller venues because I wanted to be more intimate, so that way I can speak to the fans and they can ask me questions and it can feel more for humanity, not just for like a commercial purpose. You know what I mean? So we did that, and now it seems that I have to come back again because we have so much doing. I'm doing also paddle tomorrow, so I'm super excited about everything, and I really love the welcome. I was just in the mall. I can't remember what mall I went to, but it was like one of the biggest here, and I just had to buy some things, and everywhere I turned, I saw smiles and pictures and things. So this ultimately makes me feel happy, you know, to achieve, to give people happiness and to see people happy when they see you is my ultimate addiction.
I love to hear it. And I'm sure South Africa would be happy to welcome you over and over again. And I'm glad to see that the initiatives that you are championing to support Palestine are selling out and are doing very well because, I mean, what's influence if we cannot use it for the better of humanity and to help those in need? Now, we have a lot of viewers in the audience who are aspiring entrepreneurs, and as a successful entrepreneur yourself who runs multiple successful businesses, what sort of advice would you share with them this evening about how to be successful in the industry and how do you manage it all?
The most important thing, and I always say this, especially to Gen Z and all the young people out there looking to do business, is your intention, which we say in Arabic, your niyyah. To purify your intention goes a long way. You know, when you enter into business, a lot of people come to me and say, oh, I have an idea, business idea. You know, I saw my friend, he opened this, and I want to copy him because he's doing this. No. You know, being creative and being original will always put you on the top, you know. There's so much ideas and so much concepts out there, so much trade shows. The most thing I would advise is first is your intention, purify your intention. Second of all, don't use other people's money, use your own money because you'll use it wisely. Okay. Third of all, travel. You know, a lot of the history, if you look at different entrepreneurs and businessmen, they've traveled a lot. You know, the story about Ben Sina and Ibn Battuta, these are stories from way, way back, and they've succeeded by traveling. Because when you travel, you see things that you don't see in your own country, and you can bring it, you know. And be good to your parents. Ridul walidain, which is the acceptance of both parents, is very important. Because without your parents, dua and acceptance is be very difficult to move forward. So yeah, that's what I recommend.
I think that's some excellent advice, and I definitely can see that you live that advice. We get to see that beautiful relationship that you do have with your mom, and I relate to that so much as being a daughter of a single mother as well. So we have that bond and that closeness, and I can see that so beautifully with you and your mom as well. Now, you and your mom are besties for sure, and I can absolutely see that, and she's accompanying you on your travels here in South Africa. How has her time and her experience been in South Africa?
Well, I chose my mom to come with me because I want her to see the world, you know. I know that maybe after 15 years it'd be difficult for her to do all this. And I didn't want to take time for granted and say like I should have did this earlier. I should have took her around the world. I've created her own bucket list. I took her to Las Vegas. I took her wherever I can take her, I'll take her because even though she doesn't ask for these things, I know she likes it and I know she enjoys it. And when she's in the safari, in the beginning she didn't want to go on a safari. But then she was over there looking for the animals. She was like, I saw a lion, I saw an elephant, you know, so she was so happy. I wanted to change the narrative in the world for people who are not close to their mothers, you know. Everyone who's met me said, Ibrahim, I wish that I was closer to my mom, but my mom passed away. That breaks my heart, you know. So I want people to understand that I want to break this perception of mama's boy, that mama's boy is a loser that's living in his mom's basement. No. I'm a very successful businessman that I take care of my mom and I uplift my mom and I put my mom on the highest level of respect. And that's how it should be. If you look at the most successful people, they have very good relationship with their mothers. And taking care of your parents is a priority and it is not a necessity. Like it's not an extra thing. It's something that comes with basic. And people, when they tell me I love the respect for your mom, I'm like, it's the basic that I can do, you know? So I wanted to encourage Gen Z is instead of to go backwards and to be disrespecting your parents, instead is to uplift them and be the best son you can to them.
I love that, and I love that you're changing the narrative as well. And family is such a gift, and we have to appreciate it and celebrate it for what it is. And the more that we can elevate our mothers, the better it is, because we stand on their backs. Every success that we have and that we share is because of them.
Exactly.
And in any way that we can give back to them, we absolutely must.
You know, I look at life. If you spend all your time with friends, one of these days those friends is not going to be there, for sure. If you think about the past friends, you probably change your friends here and there in the past 5-6 years. But when you spend time with family, with your brothers, your sisters, your mother, your father, it's like putting money in the bank, because those are memories you're never going to lose. When I have a friend that I love and I spent my time with them and I did everything I can with them and we fall out, I delete those memories that we had with them. But with family, it doesn't. So I have a lot of friends, but my family is my priority. So if I want to go to the cinema, I'll ask my family first. If no one wants to go, then I ask a friend.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. I'm always the one who's going to watch movies with my mom, and we're actually thinking about going to do that tomorrow as well. Now, we are approaching Hajj season, and a lot of us had the opportunity to share your experience from your perspective. And from myself personally, I really enjoyed, watching your experience of Hajj, watching you get to experience it with your mom, and the beauty of Hajj. You really used your platform to be able to elevate and really share the beauty of what a pilgrimage is all about. Can you tell us more about your experience?
So basically, it's been a tradition. Me and my mom, we go to Umrah every New Year's. So while people choose to go partying on a New Year that's not our New Year's as Muslims, we decided to go to do Umrah. And I remember going last year with her, and it's just funny how seeing like fans while I'm in Umrah try to stop me for a photo. My mom's like, can they wait until they finish? And I tell them like, can we wait until we finish? Like, no, we're not going to see you, so we want it now, you know. So that was pretty cool. But we were supposed to go to Hajj this year because my mom is going to be 65, and 65 is the cutoff year for Muslims to go to Hajj. And I said, Mom, next year, I promise you, if I have to create any connection, anything I have to do in the government, whatever I have to do to get you there, you're getting there. I'll put you on my back. We're going. So inshallah, next year, we tried to do it this year but we didn't have enough time. So inshallah, next year we'll do Hajj. And that is actually my dream because it's my first time to do Hajj and my mom's first time.
Oh, That's amazing, and we will definitely be on that journey with you. I also haven't been for Hajj just as yet, but look forward to it.
You're gonna have to cut off all my hair.
Yes, definitely. But I think it is definitely a look that will work for you. And you know what? The beauty of the experience of it, I think, will overshadow any kind of fear that you might have regarding losing your hair. But thank you so much, Ebraheem, for joining us this evening. It's been such an honor and a privilege for me to be able to have this conversation with you, and for us to be able to host you at Prime Live. I know our guests have been looking forward to this all week, and we thank you so much for joining us and for your contribution to assisting the people of Palestine and elevating their voices.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Viewers at home, that is Ebraheem Al Samadi. If you haven't booked your ticket yet, there is a meet and greet that has opened more tickets, and that is going to be at La Creamery in Ilovo, and you can definitely catch him on all his social media platforms as well. But on that note, it is time for us to go to an ad break. We'll come right back.